Hey collective, it's Anne Marie. Happy Saging of the Soul Sunday. Meow. I'm into my meow thing. Sorry for the way I look. We're doing laundry. And we're doing laundry at the only laundromat that's super close to my house because I have all these work shirts I have to wash. They're nasty from sweating and all that during the week. This laundromat has probably the worst reviews I've ever read. However, we outreach to this place all the time, and I know the women here, so I wanted to give it a try. Plus, it's super close to my house. And I wanted to share, I didn't mention this in the reading yesterday, but on Fridays, part of my job, part of our objectives is to work with the city and all that to help get this area cleaned up, right? And so every Friday morning, my coworker and I have committed to cleaning up trash for 2 or 3 hours in the morning. This past Friday, my supervisor joined us, so she got a taste of what we really experience. And we have trash bingo because we get some of the most bizarre things, let me tell you. And there was this monarch butterfly. Butterflies have been coming up a lot in my messages and other people's messages. And we did clean up for like almost 3 hours Friday morning. And literally every section, every area we went to, there was this huge monarch butterfly that was just flying around us. Now, could it be multiple different ones or the same one? I mean, who knows? But it was this huge, beautiful butterfly that was flying around, reminding me of the beautiful phases of transformation. It doesn't always feel beautiful when you're in it. We have the animal spirit oracle. We have rabbit cleverness. If you have been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside of the box to find the solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it's time to pick them back up again. And we talked last week about thinking outside the box, thinking of other options, other ways to get around things. If you feel that you've been stuck, and you know what, I guess I'm just going to pull from this other reading because I got kind of rushed at the end. You know, it's important to look at, and you can use the reading I did. I talked about, there's actually the steps of change or the stages of change, right? But I talked about, and for that reading was drawing a circle to look at different areas of a certain cycle that you're in and try to like pinpoint certain areas of this cycle, right? You can also do the same type of circle or drawing a circle about this difficult time or the stuck energy that you're feeling, right? Looking at how you've always draw a line outside the circle. Let's say you're having some financial difficulties, okay? You could draw a line and say, okay, what has always happened in the past, and start drawing lines outside these circles, everything attached to, stay with me here. It's all in my mind, but sometimes communicating it makes it challenging because how it's being shown to me. So if it's financial, drawing a line like, not making enough money or always having a lack mindset, how my thoughts and words speak into the universe about how I feel about money, right? Being honest with yourself about your relationship with money or your finances. Are you always overspending in certain areas? Or do you not think that Starbucks or that coffee or that McDonald's or whatever it is doesn't add up? It's really taking an honest look at how you're staying inside of a box. The purpose of this is to then see what you've always done in the past. By drawing these lines, you can take a look at how have I always responded to the situation when it's popped up in my life, right? If it's toxic relationships, if it's financial stuff, or it's through your stability or whatever it is, right? Maybe it's internal stuff, like maybe you expel too much of your energy to certain situations, and then after the fact, you're like, damn it, they got me. I didn't mean to respond to them. They got me. Whatever this is for you. And it's taking a look at, okay, this is how I've always responded or reacted in this situation when I felt stuck, right? So what can I do? How can I look at this situation different? How can I change how I behave or react to certain situations that can change this? That's part of looking outside of the box, looking at clever ways to tackle whatever this situation is that you're feeling stuck in. Okay, is that making sense? In my mind, it does. For those who are supposed to get it, will get it. Something that can also help you in this process is really re-tapping into your creative side. Whether it's going to the Dollar Tree and getting like one of them, you know, I have tons of these that I paint on. You know, I'm not an artist, but I love to paint. Like I'll paint and then I'll put all kinds of bark on it or stuff I've gotten from the outside just to assist with my creative juices. Even if it's just you, even if it's you just singing and dancing around your house to kind of get the creative juices going to work with your sacral chakra, right? Or actually all your chakras, but I'm seeing your solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra possibly being blocked. When we open up these vortexes of creative energy, it helps us, and it's hard to explain. By doing certain things that open us up creativity, whether it's painting, singing, dancing, creating some type of art, or just something, right? Coloring, crocheting, or whatever it is to kind of get those juices flowing. It opens up our energetic field to help us look at things a different way, creatively. So if you're feeling like you're being blocked in certain areas, tap into your inner child, go and play, find fun things to do that takes your mind off whatever this situation is, even if it's just for 30 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day, something. So you can put that energy out there that you're open to new ways of being, new ways of thinking, new ways of tackling certain challenges in your own life. Not to seek guidance outside of yourself. If you want to talk to your ancestors, okay. Your spirit guides, okay. But this is about you being able to find creative ways to tackle the challenges that you're facing in your life. How can you be clever about it? If you always do the same thing, we know this is very redundant and so cliche. If you do the same thing over and over again, that's insanity, right? So if you notice yourself and you're always in the same situation, okay, I need to tap into my creative side so I can just put this on the shelf, this issue I'm having on the shelf, tap into my creative side so I'm open to whatever this is, the fun, the play. And then when you go into meditation or when you look at this challenging thing, how can you look at it differently? How can you tackle the situation different? You've always done A, B, or C. You've always been in fight or flight mode or survival mode when it's come to this certain cycle in your life, right? How can you do it differently now? It's about seeing the cycle and then finding the stick that you find in the woods when you're playing and put it in that fucking circle. That wheel that's turning. Something has to stop the wheel from turning, from you continuing in certain cycles, right? Sometimes when we're stuck in certain situations or certain patterns in our life, years and years and years and years, right? It's so hard to get out of the same mindset of how to fix it or find solutions that help us get out of that and help us see things in a different light. And that's what Spirit is saying, is that it's time for you to start to see things in a different light. And I'm seeing some people just being stuck in a fucking hamster wheel. Like, I know this is a cycle. I don't know what to do with it. Tap out of that. Tap into your creative side. How can you creatively enjoy life again? Finding joy. Having fun. Acting silly. Howl at the moon. Bark. Meow. Meow. Like I do all the time. Have fun. Who cares if you're an adult? Let society telling us that we can't act a certain way. When you have a childlike spirit, a childlike soul, and you're open to play and have fun and just be silly without caring what other motherfuckers think, I'm trying to tell you, it taps into this abundant type of energy where you start to creatively think your way out of certain situations. Like, okay, this is what I used to do. I know that's not working for me anymore. I'm going to go and do this instead. Is that making sense? I guarantee you, the more you tap into your inner child, the more you try little creative things. You don't have to be good at anything. I mean, you're good at a lot of things, but I mean, you don't have to be great at painting. If something brings you joy doing it, to get your mind off this problem, do it. Because that's going to put the energy out to the universe that you're open creatively to learn new ways to get out of these certain situations, or not to feel like you're stuck in certain situations. You are never stuck. You're never stuck. The only time you're stuck is when you keep it in your mind and thinking you can't get out of something. Trust me. The only time. Yeah, we're in certain situations, but when we changed our mindset and how we perceive things and what's going on around us, it opens up universes to us of solutions. It opens up universes, I'm trying to tell you, collective. And those who've tapped into this know exactly what I'm talking about. So tap into your creative side. Find fun and magical things to do. I know it doesn't seem like they're connected, but they are, because everything and all of us are connected. Never forget that. as mote it be. I hope you're healthy and happy and full of joy. May you love and be loved, heal. Don't harm. Have a great, amazing